Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fragrant Bunker. Today we're going to do the top 5 February Chanel perfumes. And I have this wonderful landscape that I prompted Bubbles, the bot of the Fashion Bunker and Fragrant Bunker, to generate an AI-generated Chanel-esque, futuristic February icy sky landscape with a lot of pinks and a roller coaster ride. Why? A futuristic roller coaster? Well, there's a reason for that. We're going to get to it. But first, subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. You can push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week on my main Superdacob channel. Go follow me there to join the chats. Hello to my co-chatters. So let's give it away for the first perfume. I think you've guessed it because of this wonderful landscape. The first one in February, and I'm enjoying it so much for several reasons. It would be Chance Eau Tendre, the Eau de Parfum fingerprint magnet. Let me tell you, listen, Linda, this one is really a fingerprint. There you go, I polished it a little bit. It's a little bit better now. Okay. The Eau de Parfum, I also love the Eau de Toilette, really. Listen, it's a joy. And why the roller coaster ride and why the Chance colors? Because Chanel just released, oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored. Okay, I bought these perfumes myself. And Chanel released an online, like a app video game, Chance the game. And I'm obsessed. I'm playing it all the time. This is not sponsored, and I'm not one of those people now telling you, like, this video is... No. I just love the game, and it's kind of very much a roller coaster ride and all sorts of games, like at a fair, like a county fair, but it's all very Chanel. And so it also kind of is combined with their ad campaign for Chance. They always do this. Every beginning of the year, have you noticed, like they have a special feature for Chance? They bring in some new product, some new whimsical thing. Like they just released the hand creams from Chance, the regular Chance Eau Fraiche and Eau Tendre, not Eau Vive, and you get the 3-in-1 set. But anyway, it's just a beautiful, beautiful pinky pearly vibe. You know, it has a cold in it that is very wintry, if you may, Eau Tendre. But at the same time, that cooling, cold heart has a bit of warmth, has a little bit of a floral aldehydic accord in there as well. And it's just a beautiful vibe. It just gives you some positive energy, some positive vibes for the winter season. And February, yes, while it is still winter, we're already towards that prospect of March, and with March cometh spring. Also, February is the month of St. Valentine's Day. So it's kind of very much that playful, heartful, embracing, hugging, snuggling up to people you love type of vibe. It's just a beautiful, happy fragrance, really, is what Chance is, Eau Tendre. But truth be told, the entire Chance range, they're all very, very fun, lighthearted, youthful in a nice way that any age can wear, and it just brings you joy and helps you get through that last bit of winter and cold. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful little fragrance. So Chance Eau Tendre. Oh, look how beautifully it fits into this landscape. Anyway, the next one is the opposite of light. It's darkness. In 2012, this perfume was released. By the way, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. This fragrance was released in 2012, and the ad campaign, still Jacques Polge was ruling at Chanel, and the ad campaign said, "Light through darkness revealed." Very medieval, very baroque, but medieval at the same time. And so we have this landscape here in the sky, but at the same time, you know, still the days are relatively short because it is winter. And I know that the shortest day technically was towards the end of December, and that was the longest night. So days are getting longer and longer as we're getting close to March. Pardon me. I'm still recovering from a cold. So as we get closer to March, days are getting longer, but there's still a lot of darkness in February, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. But there's hope for spring. And I love February because that's another one of the reasons why I chose to generate this type of landscape here, AI. When there are crystal blue skies in February, those are the bluest skies you will ever encounter, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, because the Earth is at an axe or at the zenith or at some sort of kind of angle with the sun, where when the rays of sun penetrate through the ozone layer, like you get a specific shade of blue. It is the most intense in February in the Northern Hemisphere, and it is the most beautiful shade of blue you can get. And it's this shade of blue. So that crystalline, scorchingly icy cold blue is also very beautiful, and there's a smidge of the darkness that's coming as the sun sets. And so that light through darkness revealed was the ad campaign in 2012 for, you guessed it, Coco Noir, baby. It's been a minute, okay? It's been a minute that I've had Coco Noir enter any top Chanel lists. Any top Chanel lists. And it's about time. I also have the Parfum, but I thought, let's do the Eau de Parfum. Coco Noir was released as a flanker to Coco Mademoiselle, but it's its own perfume, really. Yeah, we still have the patchouli. We still have that Coco Mademoiselle DNA. It's there. And many have asked, since it was released, like, why even release a perfume like this? Like, what's the It's not different enough to be its own thing. True. I love the bottle. The black bottle with that Baroque kind of gold sticker, just like Coco's own sticker, the first Coco. We just had the little noir added there for Coco Noir. But, pardon me. The bottle is just, in many ways, I remember when this one was released in 2012, I thought to myself, it is a beauty. And I went through several bottles of this, but I always thought, the bottle is too important and pretty for the actual perfume. Meaning, the bottle would warrant a bigger fragrance, something dark. When in reality, Coco Noir is not dark. It's kind of in another world. Coco Noir is kind of living... It's very much a 2010s. It's very much a 10s fragrance, This one comes out 2 years after Bleu de Chanel. So it's made in that spirit. It has that vibration to it. It doesn't smell like Bleu de Chanel, just to be very clear. But it comes from that era of Chanel fragrances, where Jacques Polge was creating these specific smells that are creamy, but also invigorating. They were kind of energizing. So they have a lotiony vibe about them. That sparkly aldehyde has a creamy quality to it. Not all Chanel aldehydes have that quality. 2010 Chanel's do. But then it goes into that, minus the sweetness, because Coco Mademoiselle is a sweet patchouli, like a fruit patchouli. This one goes into the patchouli, and that's where it hits the dark spot. And there's a beauty to it, but it is very time specific. And this is something, if you've noticed, if you watch my videos, I spoke about Coco Mademoiselle in another video a couple of weeks ago, and I said, Coco Mademoiselle has been around for a while now, for a hot minute, and while it is a very Y2K fragrance, and it was very time specific for the time, very early 2000s, it was around, it has stuck around for so long that its smell has now entered that classic Chanel stratosphere. It is no longer a Y2K fragrance to me. When I smell Coco Mademoiselle, I smell a timeless Chanel perfume. It's stuck around for long enough to become its own thing. Coco Noir has not stuck around enough. And so hear me out. So it's a perfume that still needs, let's see, if it survives. It needs another 10 years. I think if this one sticks around for another 10 years, it might also start smelling less of the 2010s and more its own Chanel thing. For now, it's still dated in that specific time. But specifically because it is very dated to that specific time, it does have that darkness in it, because it's a time that has passed. So when we smell this, we travel back to that time. And since that time is no longer, it's just a memory. And maybe even in some cases, a fading memory. And that's where the darkness comes in. Interesting how Coco Noir plays on the advertisement campaign was like Coco herself on a little boat in Venice, the time when she was traveling with Misia, discovering the Byzance of Venice. And that whole vibe, that Byzantine past, it's in here. It didn't make much sense back in 2012, but it does make a lot of sense now. The more time passes from the release date, and the more I understand the vision of the whole topic of light through darkness revealed. When you kind of battle your way through that time specificity, you do get quite a beautiful Baroque fragrance in here. Smidge of powderiness there. There's a lotiony vibe going on, the creamy powdery vibe. And it's crystalline in a very dark way. It's like a dark crystal. And it's cold at its core. It's austere. It's kind of like Coco Mademoiselle stripped of her youthfulness, and she's becoming more bitter. It's a beautiful in-between step. Typical for February, really, because it's kind of still winter, but we're going towards spring. Such a beauty. I'm really, really enjoying Coco Noir this year, and looking forward to wearing it this month quite a bit. Number 3 is a delicate powdery accord. Technically, a lot of people would say this is more for the springtime. Well, thumb up this video if you're enjoying it. First and foremost, means the world to me. It's very important on YouTube, to help the channel grow also. And thanks everybody for always being so supportive of me and of the channel. So the next one is delicate, citrusy, orangey, something you might think is totally for summer. Yeah, but I like my contradictions. And when it comes to Chanel, there's a lot of contradictions. And these contradictions are also what makes Chanel so beautiful at the end of the day, because it kind of keeps you guessing. And I've just rediscovered this perfume now in February, and I think it's really, really, really good for the cold months. And that would be... I have here the 20 ml refillable twist and spray, the number 5 L'Eau. It is the number 5 L'Eau, and for the occasion, by the way, this is one of my favorite versions of the twist and spray of the Chanel number 5 because of the white and black. They have different ones, like Eau de Toilette is all black, metal lacquered. Then the Eau de Parfum is black with gold sides. And then you have Eau Première is what's Au Premier? Black with silver. And then L'Eau is mattified white with black. This is the most elegant of all of them, I believe. And then the silver top. But I have here, wrapped in my archives, the beautiful, beautiful limited edition, the red bottle version of L'Eau, which has been in this paper, and now it's also a fingerprint magnet. Let me polish it quickly so you get to see it in its full splendor. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, it fits so beautifully in this sky. I mean, I'm so glad I bought these bottles when they came out. What was this, 2018, I believe? My gosh, how time flies. It feels like yesterday. But the red bottle. So we have the eau de parfum in this red bottle, the L'Eau, and in a big version, the extrait de parfum in 900 ml. But this is the L'Eau in this beautiful red. And this glass is colored through and through in red. It's not just coated in red. It is a beautiful red glass to celebrate a special edition of Chanel No. 5. So, I mean, I have a couple of drops left here. So let's go on this right there. Something about, so this is Olivier Polge, right? This is not Jacques anymore. It's the sun. Something about this orangey, powdery accord, the lightness of it. It's very breezy and airy. It's very much here in the skies, like you can see what's going on with this backdrop. It feels cold. It's all about the aldehydes. I think February for me is all about discovering the different nuances of Chanel aldehydes. Chanel is famous for its aldehydes, and you know, ever since Ernest Beau initiated the aldehyde tradition with Chanel No. 5, every Chanel perfume has aldehydes. Like it's pardon me, it's like a must go, must do for Chanel. Sorry, I'm still recovering from the cold, and all these perfumes are irritating me now a little bit, which is understandable after one has had the flu. The orangey, Neroli-esque powder accord in here with the aldehydes, it's soapy, creamy, and crystalline cold. So fascinating, because in summer, it freshens you up, it zests you up a little bit, but in winter, it enhances the cold, and whatever flower is blooming, of course, there's always the May rose and a smidge of jasmine in every Chanel No. 5 perfume, and ylang ylang, but here it's more about the rose in this composition. Also jasmine, because Olivier Polge loves his white florals in general, but the accord here in winter freezes on your skin in the cold air in such a beautiful way. It's almost like your skin gets covered with those beautiful little ice crystals, not in a non-comforting way. You're not freezing really, but you feel zesty, prickly, effervescent. Oh, so invigorating and fresh. And in winter, you get more the citrus. That kind of orangey citrusy accord is more dominant in cold months than in the summer months. In the warmer months, you get more the floral aspect of this fragrance. But the invigorating aspect of it really bombs you in the cold months, and on those days when the sky is completely blue, but it's freezing outside. Super invigorating. It's almost like a sport fragrance, really, if you're going to wear it really in the cold winter months. So, Chanel numéro 100. L'Eau. Look at this little beauty. Let's see it one more time. Close, as oh, look at this. Look at this little, I'm so glad I got this. And I remember when this one came out, people were like, a lot of people were against it. This is so tacky, the red bottle. Oh my God, Chanel, why did you do it? And now people are like begging to get this stuff, you know. And now people are discovering later on, like, oh, maybe I should have really gotten it. You know what I mean? Back then, people were like, no, no, no. But now it's like, yes. Nadine in the chat says, L'Eau is such a beautiful fragrance. I love the powdery freshness of it. I even wear it to bed. I find it comforting. It is very comforting, very soothing, also to wear it to bed. In fact, I sometimes spray my pillow, but 1 hour, just one spritz. I don't overdo it. 1 hour before going to bed. I don't want it too fresh and too strong. 1 hour before I go to bed. So by the time I go to bed, it's just that little lingering freshness. Oh, so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. So there's that. That is our number, what was it? 4. Oh, no, 3, 4, 3. 3. Oh my God, we're moving really slow through these. Okay. Pardon me. Here's my number 4, you guys. Gabrielle Chanel Parfum. Now, why the parfum, the extrait? This one is really intense, and it is Olivier Polge. It is the white floral accord that really, this is Olivier's perfume. And trust you me, Gabrielle Parfum is the correct vision for this perfume. I've grown to appreciate the eau de parfum and the essence as well. Those are basically, we have Gabrielle in 3 concentrations: eau de parfum, essence, and parfum. The eau de parfum is a little bit metallic. Then they added more tuberose for the essence, and basically what you get in the parfum is what I believe was always Olivier's vision for this perfume. Like, this is the correct way this perfume should smell, in my opinion. When I smelled the Parfum Gabrielle, I understood, oh, okay, all the puzzle pieces fell into place. I finally by the way, you can check out my review of the Parfum of Gabrielle, also available on my channel. This one really goes, oh man, this is on another level, really on another level. I mean, for some reason, I always think 80s shoulder pads, flamboyance, extravagance, decadence, opulence. This is so rich. It's like a nectar. It's like a tuberose. This is a white floral accord. It's like a tuberose, jasmine, ylang ylang, but amped to the utmost highest degree and quality, imbued and sprinkled with aldehydes, and it is just light. Literally, for this type of background, this thing, look at this yellow juice, this almost orange yellow. It is sunshine in a bottle, literally sunshine in a bottle. The parfum. To me, like I said, I've grown to appreciate the other 2 concentrations, but once I smelled the parfum, it fell into place. And this one doesn't need to age, you know, unlike Coco Mademoiselle. This one won't need 20 years to become a classic. This one in the parfum concentration is a classic Chanel perfume. It's so beautiful. It is modern. It is invigorating. It is quite a very expensive spa, beauty salon, hair, beauty treatment, massage moment, but with jewelry, with platinum, with gold, with beautiful white sunglasses, driving off into the sunset in your cabriolet, you know, Venice Beach, Rodeo Drive. You know what I mean? And all of these white florals in here, and especially the tuberose, they just make you feel rich. strong. They make you feel like you can get through this winter. You know what I mean? Better days are to come. It makes you feel sun even in the darkest of days when there are clouds all around you and there's like no shimmer or glimmer of hope. You spray this on and the hope is back. And it's intense. I mean, I've had this bottle for over, gosh, 1.5 years now. This is the first batch that was released, 7501. I bought backups of this one. I have 3 bottles. Thank God I did, because they went up in price twice since it was released. So good for me. Only thing I don't like is the tiny bottle. I think for the design of this bottle, Gabrielle works best in big bottles. The bigger the bottle, the more beautiful it looks. So a 35 ml, you know, the stopper, the lid is a little bit too big in proportion to the body of the fragrance. But you know, it is a extrait, so they cost a lot. It's already 35 ml is already a lot for a parfum. For a Chanel parfum, it's going to cost way too much, actually, but it is what it is. And if they made this in 150 ml, yeah, it would be a couple $1,000. So, you know, we take what we can get. And look at that beautiful sticker. So for the parfum, they created this kind of gold leaf effect sticker with a deep, deep gold. Gives me hope, gives me sunshine, even in the darkest places. That was a parfum. Number 5, last but most certainly not least, we're going to end it with another extrait. You know, we're going up and up and up. And of course, how else can we push this? You know, we've done their mass releases, we've done the eau de toilettes, we've done the eau de parfums. Now we jumped into the mass release parfum, which is Gabrielle Parfum. But now we step it up a notch and we enter the realm of the masterpieces. Above the masterpieces, we enter the Les Exclusives territory. And I have an extrait as a number 5. Another beauty that really warms my soul in the depths of winter. Like the warmest of Chanel jersey blankets. It is jersey. Parfum. Okay. This is one of the first concentrations made with a little thinner stopper. You know, they keep changing the stopper sizes. So this is batch code 7901. The batch codes repeat every 9 years or so. So this one is 10 years old. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah. This one is around 10 years old already. Oh, the jersey parfum. So... oh my gosh, you guys. Let me dab a little bit here, a little bit there. Only in the extrait concentration will you get that pure lavender oil. And we're not talking the lavender essential oil you can buy in the drugstore. That synthetic lavender that, you know, it's lavender, but like, you know, there's lavender and lavender. This shit is lavender from Grasse, and it is warm, inviting. It's oily. It glistens on the skin even. I mean, the concentration is insane. It lasts for hours and it keeps emanating. And the more it stays on the skin, the more it warms up and the more it cradles you, cuddles you, warms you up, embraces you, comforts you, soothes you. It really is like wearing the most gorgeous of Chanel jersey, sweaters, cardigans, jackets, a Chanel 255 in jersey. Everything is warm to the touch, soft. jersey used to be made of cashmere. I mean, you can make jersey out of different materials. It can be wool. There's even synthetic jerseys nowadays. But this particular jersey in the extrait concentration, it's just on another level. This gives you comfort. It lets you breathe. You know, you're rushing to get through winter. You're rushing to survive this temperature. But then, like, you smell jersey and you're like, okay, I can slow down for a minute. I can slow down and chill. This is also, of all of these 5, actually my preferred one to go to sleep with. While number 5, L'Eau, is nice to spray 1 hour before going to bed on your pillow. That's lovely. But on my own skin, it's jersey that I put on behind the ears, a little bit on the chest before I go to bed. It's almost like it helps you fall asleep in a way. In the depths of winter. It's so beautiful in the cold air because just like the other ones I mentioned prior, it kind of freezes a little bit, crystallizes, right? So you get less of the floral accords and you get more of that warm, fuzzy feeling out of it. While when you wear it in summer, the flowers blossom more. But in cold winter, it's almost like wearing an extra scarf while you're wearing jersey when out and about, especially in the parfum concentration. Aisha says the lavender in jersey is perfection. Ollie says, I love jersey. Oh, Finley says, I think my sweet husband wants to get it for me for Valentine's Day. You won't regret it. This thing is amazing. Jersey by Chanel, the parfum. Look how beautiful it kind of falls and fits into this landscape with the little flying saucer, our little futuristic travel, and our taxi, our Chanel taxi. Love it. So these would be my top 5 perfumes for the month of February 2024. Who knows what next year will bring? Let's hope we're here next year. You never know. Count your blessings, I always say. Grateful for every day. Let me know your favorites for the month of February. And if you have enjoyed this video, please consider thumbing it up and subscribing. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Bye. Mwah.